Hey, listen, it's your girl, Lady Kimberly Jackson, and tonight is our first episode of my new podcast. Welcome to Unfiltered, Real Talk Beyond the Pew for candid conversations beyond the Sunday service. Join us as we dive into the latest hot topics, entertainment news, and behind the stories from content creators. We'll be exploring modern relationships, spotlighting emerging artists, entrepreneurs, and insights. So let your hair down and engage in unfiltered discussions and fresh perspectives on life's conversations. Hey, this is Lady Kimberly Jackson, and I am introducing you to my new and upcoming podcast entitled Unfiltered, Real Talk Beyond the Pew, which will air every Saturday night at 7 p.m. Let your hair down and get ready for this non-judgmental, safe space. Coming soon. I can't wait. All right, so listen, you guys, we have a great first show for you tonight. This is the first season and the first episode of this podcast. So I have some special co-hosts that came with me tonight to join us, okay? So first and foremost, I have my first co-host that I want to let y'all know who she is, okay? Listen, we go to the same church. Yeah. Right? Worship. I-61 Church. That's right. Shout out to our pastor, Pastor Jeremy Sanders and Shamika Sanders. And she's on the welcome committee. Like when you open the door, she the first one you see. Hi. So I'm going to let her tell y'all what her name is.
Hello, everyone. My name is Rashonda Morrow. I am your favorite greeter from I-61 Church. So beyond the pew, I am in social services, serving my community, trying to be a change agent to promote change. Hello.
Change gonna come through her. Okay. And not only do I have her, but I got somebody else. She's a veteran in this thing, okay? She has her own television show, Our Life TV, and I'm gonna let her tell y'all who she is.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
First and foremost, I am Monique. I am the CEO of the Our Life TV show. I've been in media for 14 plus years, award-winning talk show host. I guess I need to say behind the pew, beyond the pew. Beyond. I'm a certified peer support specialist working with mental health and actively substance abuse clients.
Yes, so they both helping somebody. Yeah. Reach one, teach one, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
All right. So listen, now y'all know who we have here tonight. So now we're going to get into some hot topics. Y'all ready to help me?
Let's burn it up.
Let's talk about it. Okay? Let's talk about it. So as you know, earlier this week, we ended up having some unfortunate news that happened in the industry, and that was the loss of a Hollywood legend, none other than Good Times actor, daddy father himself, John Amos.
Damn.
Her words exactly. AKA James Evans. This was a crazy thing, right?
Yeah.
How did that make y'all feel when y'all found out?
I am a big Good Times fan.
Yeah. Yes.
Good Times, I don't know, for me, it gives me inspiration because they kept going no matter how many times they were knocked down, no matter how many times they didn't have the money for it. So that gives me inspiration. So I'm a big Good Times fan.
Yes. And he was like everybody's father who you could relate to in the African American community.
Yeah.
So, yeah, all that. What about you?
I was shocked. Yeah. I think I was shocked at the news, especially to find out that he had already passed like in August.
Come on.
It was just letting us know this week.
45 plus days ago. August 21st, to be exact.
Who does that?
Who? His
The dysfunctional family.
and his son, he did that. But I'm just saying, we're gonna be real. We're gonna be real. It was his son that did that, you know. And then allegedly, because we're gonna use allegedly,
Yeah.
allegedly, the family, his daughter, some goddaughter, grandchildren, and et cetera, did not know until we found out.
Right.
Like, what would you have done if somebody in your family waited until 45 days later to tell you that somebody in your family, who was your parent or something like that? What would that have made you do if you found that out?
First of all, that's just bottom line, sad, out of line. As people, we need to learn how to mend whatever feuds we have going on. Because for you to not communicate with your sister, whatever was going on, whatever those dynamics were, but for you not to even have a little respect for your sister, to call her and say, me and you don't see eye to eye, but daddy is passing away.
Exactly.
None of that sits right with me.
At all. What about you?
I think it's heartbreaking. It's sad that you have to find out that a loved one has passed, just like the world did, as if you're not important.
Right.
As if like you're not a family member or you don't mean anything.
Yeah.
And I agree with Monique, because it's about forgiveness.
Exactly.
Like, it should never get to that point where a loved one passed and no one wants to talk about it.
Right.
So it's heartbreaking.
Exactly. I know for me, what I said was, and I have siblings, right? And so what I said was, if it's something like that happened to my parents and they didn't tell me, I'm sorry, people, but the whole spiritual part would just leave and we flipping tables, okay? Jesus flipped the table. So guess what? We flipping tables, because really?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Something happened to somebody that's my parent, and you won't tell us until you technically didn't even say anything.
A month going on 2 months.
Going on 2 months.
We little knucking and bucking. Okay? A little laying of the hand.
Yeah.
What she said. Snuck if you but.
Right after the service.
Not even. We probably
Because at least
there.
we gonna make it through the service and put on that mask.
Right.
But after the service, we really need to either talk, go in the parking lot, something, fight. I don't. However.
Exactly.
But he didn't have a service, right? Like,
Oh well,
I
we
don't
don't even know what.
I'm not
Allegedly, we're gonna say allegedly. It's the key word that. Allegedly, they were saying or reported that his son did a little funeral and then cremated him 9 days afterwards. And then they said that there was no autopsy done. So I'm not sure how that works, but it's a lot going on. And I really think that it's going to be something, it's about to get interesting. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen after that.
like a little foul play.
Yeah, very
I don't know.
disappointing.
Allegedly. Alleged.
For the love of money.
Well, when
I'm
he
gonna tell you.
gets to the upper room,
Ooh, Lord.
things weren't done correctly
Exactly.
with his father.
Exactly.
He will have to answer
Yeah.
Yeah.
when he gets to the upper room.
True.
That's so unfortunate, though. So sad.
So maybe he needs to go to the pew now.
He's way beyond the pew. I'll tell you that much. He got
I don't
too
know.
much going on. He's
He needs to be on the front pew.
Yeah.
on the front and need to be praying on the pew,
'cause
and somebody need to do
that's
something.
sad. And his father, very talented, blessed with a gift from God to be the actor he was, and for you to do this in the manner you did.
Yeah.
Right.
You upset with your family, but to me, you took away or like punished your father to not give him all the flowers while he was here, and the other flowers after he was gone for the stuff he put forward. That's just no.
I wish we learned as a people that when it comes to death, it's time out for selfishness.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's not just about you and your wants and your needs.
Yeah.
Like that's not what it's about. And I think he just took selfishness to a whole nother level.
Yep.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys, we're going to stay in prayer for that entire Amos family and whatever other last name they may have.
Yeah.
So, but on to a happier note. So I read in the Shade Room that Judge Mathis and his wife had a little hangout with grandkids, okay? And as you know, it had been reported a while back that she had filed for divorce after 39 long years of marriage. But, I mean, what do we say? Or do we say that, does it look like they might be reconciling, restoring the family? Like, what do y'all think? Or is it just like a photo op? Like, oh, well, we just hanging out, but ain't nothing really going on. You know, because pictures can be a little deceiving, you know? So, what y'all think that they got going on?
I hope they reconcile. I really do. Like 39 years is a long time to be married in allegedly. Allegedly. I love that. That's my favorite. It was behind him not spending time with her. And I'm like, okay, well, 39 years. I know we spent at least 15 good solid years together. You know, so I think it's more to it than what they are letting us on, which is their privacy, their right. But I just feel like they should stay together and work it out.
I hope they are getting back together. I hope it's not a photo op. And I think my thing with a lot of celebrities, if you're not going to tell the whole story, don't put your business out, period.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, like you just said, it's really no one's business what's going on in their household and how they want to handle things. It's no reason for them to even say they're filing for divorce.
Right.
And then 2 weeks later, you doing a photo out with your grandkids. So,
Just saying.
if you're not going to give us the whole story, all the tea,
Exactly.
just keep every piece of the bag to yourself.
Like-
Don't even open it up. So hopefully y'all are getting yourself together. If not, stay out the media.
Yeah, because now you got people like me that's a little confused, trying to figure out, wonder what's really going on, you know. So
Yeah, the same thing with J-Lo now. Y'all
Lord,
getting
that's
divorced, but you going out with the kids.
well, we won't talk about the multiple divorces because that is not alleged. But anyway, so
I'm just saying.
that ain't alleged. That's really going on. I'm going too many times, but that's for another day. Because we'll be all night talking about her. Okay.
Yeah, going on.
Yeah, we'll be all night. But that's good though. That's good. So again, shout out to Judge Mathis and his wife. We're wishing y'all the best, and we're hoping that y'all don't divorce. If you get mad at each other, one of y'all just sleep on the couch. 39 years is just too long to just give up.
Communication.
Yeah,
is
go
the
old
key.
school. Get your own room in the house. Go old school.
Put a pillow on the couch if you get mad. Because I tell you what, if when I get married, ain't no divorcing. You mad, and we're just gonna sleep on the couch, and we'll go to therapy, go to church, whatever we got to do. But we ain't divorcing after no 39 years. That's just crazy.
We working this thing out. We gonna be on the pew, beyond the pew, around the corner, up the street together,
praying at the pew, and not behind it. But
Communication.
communication is the key. Okay, but yes. So listen, I like that. I like these. This was great topics.
Yeah.
But now we're gonna have to go and transition because there's some stuff that we want to discuss with you guys that we know that a lot of you all can relate to. Okay, the single life and dating in today's world, which we call this swipe, match, and repeat. The single life in today's world. Swipe, match, repeat, right? So when you think swipe, match, repeat, now in my mind, and probably some of y'all's, and maybe some of y'all's mind, is y'all might be thinking about, when you on a dating website and you swiping left or you swiping right, And then you might match. And then if it don't go well, then you got to repeat the whole entire process, right? Like, cause
that's what your repeat meant. Okay.
Yeah, I think.
I like the way your repeat.
Yeah, because you have to. Yeah, because
I thought you meant repeat. Go back to that same.
No,
person.
But some people do that. No, some people do that.
I was going to say something. Say something else.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm waiting.
Listen, because
it's like that same person.
Today's work. That's how we look at it, right? We look on the internet part, right? Dating site side. Mm-hmm. But then you got to look at it on the other side of when you're meeting these people at Walmart, at church, at this job, or wherever you're meeting somebody at. Sometimes you looking at them thinking, am I going to swipe and take some time to invest in this person? Or is this going to be a match? Like when you go to dinner, is this going to be a match? Or am I going to have to repeat this process? Yeah. Like, what y'all think?
I want to shout out to all the single men. If you're ready to make that exchange. If you're ready to make that exchange, I-61 Church is every Sunday at 9:30. Okay? If you're ready to make the exchange.
Oh, my God.
All right? So, I'll be the first person you see at the door.
Oh, my.
Hello.
I'm the one that be singing.
But I have to plug that in. Okay, I have to plug that in.
Shameless.
But I see what Monique was saying when she kept saying repeat. Because when you've been single for a while, you're used to comfort, so you'll go back and repeat something you probably shouldn't.
Right.
So I get what she's saying, like, repeat? Like, no. Because I think as women, sometimes if we get out there and see it's not working, well, let me go back to him. He was all right, you know. Maybe we can work it out. Maybe he'll get a job. Maybe he'll stop kicking it, you know. I'll be honest.
Maybe Ray will get a job.
Yeah, maybe, you know, he'll stop cheating. He not talking to her no more. You know, she not playing on my phone no more. I know women still did that. But, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. But, you know,
I can't stop laughing.
They do. I didn't know they still did that. We was back in the 20s. But okay. But yeah, I get what you say. Repeat, because I'm going to be honest. No disrespect to anybody who do it, but I am afraid to swipe or match. I'm going to be honest. My friend tried to give me on a dating site as we speak, and I'm like, girl, I don't know.
Now look, I'm not gonna lie on my own podcast.
I'm not knocking it, but I'm scared.
I'm not gonna lie on my own podcast. Okay, I have experienced it, you know, whatever. And I have met some decent people. Now, clearly, I didn't repeat because they don't know. But I have been there, done that, wore the t-shirt.
Please tell me your experience. Like cause I know some people at work, but then I seen crazy.
Like I've seen friends of mine actually get married to these people that they have met.
My phone,
or some of them have. Some of them have had
my profile.
You know, some of them have had successful relationships. Now, I'm not telling y'all just to go out there and get swimming.
Yes, you did. That's what you told me when you said they got married and stuff. You told me, girl, don't set that up.
But you know, what works for them works for them, though, right? What works for the goose work for the gander. I'm just saying. You know, that's kind of how.
She's talking about where her phone at.
Where my phone at.
I'm just saying. Now, be safe now. If you're going to swipe and match, make sure you be safe, okay? Do a background check. Because, yeah. I
see, that's the thing. Safety, like,
I do those.
It's the safety part for me.
But I got you, because if you meet one on here, I'm going to do a background check for you because I do it for myself.
Oh, my God.
I was like,
and if I see something,
I'm a comfort person. Like I'm a comfort person. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a comfort person. So if I meet you and we talk and it's comfort, then I'm gonna be honest. I stay way past my years. And the Lord be like, either you gonna get out, I'm gonna pull you out.
Exactly.
Like, and then what he do? He pulled me out, and I'm still like fight for my life.
So. Oh my God.
She can't get her thoughts together, you guys. She's over there cracking up.
So like Kim was saying, I have done dating sites for years.
Okay.
I've met some good people. I've met some bad people.
Okay.
One person in particular I still communicate with over these many years, and we met probably 6-7 years ago.
Wow.
So again, definitely safety. The way the internet is and social media is now, you're being catfish.
Yeah.
Half of the time you're being catfish, and you think you talking to him right around the corner from your house because that's what his address say on the statement. But he really in Nigeria. So,
and his name is Ray or somebody,
and he gonna ask you for some money in about a week.
I need to get to the United States. Can you send me 6,000?
So this is my philosophy, and this is what I believe. It's not about where you meet somebody; it's what's in their heart. And if they want to do right by you, they will.
Yeah,
I've dated someone that was a pastor.
Oh Lord Jesus!
I want to know.
Girl.
Maybe off camera.
He was he was dating me and had a whole fiance that was pregnant. So, it's not where you meet somebody.
I'm trying to say, we gotta.
Baby, that was definitely in the pew. That was not beyond it. That was in the pew
and under it. Just saying.
So it's not where you meet somebody. He had a house in Houston, and she lived somewhere else.
Yeah. And see, we gotta think about that. There's a misconception there because a lot of times people will say, well, the crazy, if you meet a guy on the internet, they crazy and they psycho and da 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 da. But guess what? You can meet a psycho, the same type of psycho at Walmart and at the church. And because I'm gonna go back to the church part. And I'm just saying. And at work, like you can meet crazy people everywhere, not just there. Now, I'm not saying that I met somebody that didn't have a mutual friend with.
Yeah,
because some of them we had mutual friends. Like somebody knew them, and I had somebody to reference. Like, okay, how you know them? They say they know you know me.
Yeah,
but piggyback in the hut,
and even before you piggyback back to that,
I'm ready to.
Even with that, you can match with somebody and they know somebody, a mutual friend of yours, but that mutual friend could see one side of them and you gonna get a whole nother side.
Right, that's true.
That's another thing. So you just have to take your time. But come on with the piggyback.
I gotta piggyback
because he gonna give you his representative.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the friend gonna have the homeboy. Yo, what's up?
Shout out to TV,
and he gonna be like,
I got a movie called The Representative.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, beautiful queen. Good morning.
Yeah.
Grand Rising.
And then that's gonna last for about maybe a month.
Yeah.
If
a
that,
month. Yeah.
30 to 60 days.
Or Grand Rising. Like you don't know my name.
No. Yeah. It's gonna be his representative for a little while.
WID.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about my own stuff. So again, to piggyback on what you were saying, I have been there and done that. Oh Lord, I have dated. In church, I was engaged once before, and even with that though. Just because you're dating someone that go to church does not specifically mean that they have a relationship with God.
Yes, Lord.
Some of them just go as a habit. Some of them just go just because that's what their mama raised them to do and they just gonna go and whatever. Some of them are there to look for people like us that have a pure heart, a pure mind for God, and they be seeking what they can do for our.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not too much on the devour, but I'm saying
that's what they be doing.
But that's what they be doing. Like and so I remember presenting a poll and I put on Facebook one time, would you rather date someone who was in the church or who was not in the church?
That's what I was gonna ask.
And how did they go? I'm pretty sure it went for. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I'm pretty sure everybody said the church. No, most people said outside.
Yeah, most people said outside.
See, that's what I was going to ask you.
Because of their experiences.
What is when we talking about outside the pew and inside the pew? Like what with your experience? I was going to ask you like, what do you prefer, honestly? Like, because even with me being a believer inside the church, I've dated mostly outside,
Right.
but somebody with a heart for God, but outside the church.
Right.
So I never dated someone in church just like me. So I was wondering, I wonder what the experience is like. But then when I hear some stories, I be like, I don't.
We'll be here another hour. That one, you be amazed. But that's why I said it's about the relationship that they have with God. Is what's going to show you the type of person that they are. It's going to show you if they're there, if they're going to church because they have a relationship, or if they're going to church because they have a habit. And that's why it's important to have the spirit of discernment.
Yeah.
Because these dudes do carry they are representatives.
And just because they can quote every scripture in the Bible, so did Lucifer.
He showed
AKA pastor with a pregnant lady friend. I'm still on that. That threw me out.
It's like I don't even know how to.
Like, really?
So I don't even have a rebuttal for her.
Like,
right now.
Huh?
I'm on that. Okay.
Yeah, let's get into that. Let's get into it.
When you find it out, like, what was your response?
We weren't dating anymore.
Okay.
So I was at a restaurant with some friends, and he was there with the entire family.
Wow.
So I was speaking, and he acted like he didn't know who I was.
Trifling.
So just so happened, one of the family members said, "Hey, that lady trying to get your attention." So he spoke then, and then introduced me to everybody at the table. And one of the people that was sitting at the table was his sister. And I remembered a photo of her in the house. I said, "Oh, that's your..." And I stopped myself because he had already said, "This is the fiance." But after that, they got ready to leave. But she was arguing with him outside where we could see, because she wanted to know who I was.
Wow.
And how did I know? Because I guess she thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Because I was like, "Oh, that's who on your picture in the house." And she looked.
Was probably looking crazy. Like
That would never be a repeat.
And
that's not a repeat.
Definitely
That's
not.
definitely not a
He
repeat.
lived two different lives, and in this day and time, you find a lot of people doing that. Maybe a woman or a man.
Especially when you're dating someone and then they don't even want you to know where they stay.
That's me.
Are you asked too many questions?
No, I'm talking about after the relationship.
Oh, okay.
In the relationship.
We gonna meet at the gas station. I'm like, you know where I live at off top? We gonna meet at the gas station because I don't want to come outside one day and it's flowers or a note on my car.
That's okay. That's you call 911.
Yeah, that's stalking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not 919. 991.
Yeah.
999.
911.
No.
I think.
Oh yeah, no. I said the wrong number.
Yeah,
Don't
you
call
said
the
it
number
wrong.
I said. Call the number
Baby,
I said 999.
Yeah,
Call the number she said, not the one I said, because you ain't gonna get nobody.
Yeah.
Might take 15 minutes for them to
I
come to your
think
house anyway.
people are so I hate to use this word, but I think a lot of people are just desperate to be with somebody.
Yeah.
They don't take time to get to know that individual.
Exactly.
Because like you said, the representative is going to be seen first.
Exactly.
And maybe I'm going to say a month or so, you're going to see a whole nother person. 9 times out of 10, you will see a whole nother person.
I think one of my downfalls as a single is taking that time to get to know a person.
Right.
Baby, if you do something within the first 5 or 6 days I'm not talking to you no
minutes.
5 or 6 days, I'm not talking to you no more. Like, oh, he blinked. One of his eyes a little slower than the other. I don't like him.
You know
I'm trying not to be as picky like I was like in my younger years, because I'm like, okay, girl, now come on. But yeah, about 5 or 6 days.
I just don't like to waste my time.
I don't
Right.
like you.
And if I take my time to get to know you and see what can we invest in this, and you wasting my time, just tell me you don't like me.
Yeah.
Right.
Or just tell me you want to sleep with me.
Yeah.
Just be upfront.
Yeah.
I'll respect you more that way. But when you're wasting my time, no.
like, we got to reclaim our time in this season of singleness because it's just too much time being wasted. And the thing that gets me is when you ask them, you know, well, what are you looking for? The first thing they say, I'm looking for my wife. And you like, okay. So what's the process?
Girl, you looking for
And just be lying.
a side chick, a baby mama, all of them.
And be lying through their teeth. You's a liar.
Yeah.
But I don't want to discourage you, though, from dating someone that's in the church. But you got to make sure that they have a relationship with God, even though they're in the church. Because just because you go to church doesn't mean that you are saved.
Yeah.
That just means you just go there.
Yeah.
And we don't want to get that misconstrued. So that's why you have to have, I mean, because our experiences might not be the same as your experience. You might have a much better experience than us. And then you also have to make sure that you guys are equally yoked.
That's why I was going to ask, like, when it comes to the equally yoked, because I don't want us fighting in the parking lot of the church.
I can Tina, Gina.
I don't want that. Okay. And we can't go, neither one of us go back to the church. I don't like my church. So
I can Tina, Gina.
So, I was wondering, like, because that's the thing I look at too, like us being equally yoked.
Equally yoked.
Like you have what I lack, you know.
Right.
Because I'm waiting to get in the passenger seat. I want to be led. I will submit.
To the right
I've been
person.
strong too long. I will submit to the correct person, the person the Lord sent.
Exactly.
And then we have to watch that too, because I think as single women, especially single moms, we have been strong and carrying away too long. So they rush into a relationship. They rush into marriages that they probably not supposed to do, just so they can just have somebody to take the extra load.
And they'll sacrifice, well, I'll work with that, or I'll work with that, or I'll work with that. And this is probably things you shouldn't even be working with.
Just to be able to say I'm married.
Or I'm in a relationship.
Yeah. They'll date any Ray Peanut and
peace of mind is very important to me.
Yeah.
And when I don't have peace of mind, you gotta go.
Wow.
And two, like, there's this movie on Tubi. Shout out to Tubi because
I love Tubi.
She loves Tubi. I love Tubi. So,
Lady Kimberly Jackson, one of her songs is on Tubi.
God will do
Shout out.
Gold Digger, Jonathan Milton, shout out to you. So what she said. But anyway, there's this Tubi movie, and it was so relatable. And it's actually called The Representative. So y'all gotta check that out.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's a little,
okay.
But it's still good. The concept is good.
Close your eyes on the part.
I'm just saying, because there's some parts I was like, ooh, I love Jesus. I love Jesus. Fast forward. But yeah. Anyway, back to what I said. So in the movie, the guy basically was acting like a representative. He was acting like he was this perfect man, and he was just doing all these things for her, and she was fooled by it.
Yeah.
But because on the flip side of it, she didn't see the things that he was doing behind closed doors. She only could see what he would show her,
right?
Which was his representative. And that, let me tell you something. Some of that stuff that man was doing, I can admit, I done met them people, them personalities, and he had most of them in there that I didn't see.
But you have women that's the same way though.
Sure is.
Like they'll show you the representative, and then the men are like, what is this? What is, totally different person.
They'll scratch your car up.
And see, that's another thing I say I need to stop saying this too, because I'm trying to get better with my words, is that I don't need you to love me to death. Because it's so much domestic violence now, where really not just the men, unfortunately, are unaliving women. Women are unaliving men too, to a certain extent.
They are.
All for the sake of love, or what they believe is love. Yeah. So that's another thing I be kind of mindful and skeptical of when it comes to dating. Because like you say, from the sounds of that movie, That's what he was about. Because
Mhm.
9 times out of 10, she didn't want to be with him in the end, and he didn't like that.
Right.
So you just have to be mindful and careful, and like you say, practice discernment. Because once you get that red flag, that one red flag, run to the hills with the comment.
Or the red balloon.
Your help. Yeah,
You know,
your red balloon now.
You a red balloon now.
Yeah, go run to the hills,
And
honey.
I think also single people get with someone that has flaws.
Mm-hmm.
And they feel that they can change them. You cannot change a man. And men, you cannot change a woman. They have to change. That's something within that individual to change themselves. And I think a lot of people think they can change the person that they're with.
And that's the misconception.
They weren't going to church, so I'm going to get them to go to church. They smoking weed. I'm going to get them to stop smoking weed. they don't stop.
I think I know previously I done had that savior complex. Oh, I can save him.
Yeah.
I can change his life.
You can't.
I can help
We
him
can't.
be better.
You can't.
And every 5 minutes he be better. The next 2 weeks he be crazy again.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, yeah.
And then I read a report too online where they were, I believe it was the Shade Room, where they were talking about how these are the top 10 cities for the worst dating experience.
Was Houston on it? I'm pretty
Houston
sure it
was number 6.
I can believe it.
Okay. Houston was in the top 10.
I can
And
believe it.
I could believe it too. Ain't that sad?
Man, I might have should have stayed in Dallas.
I don't,
And
I
Houston
gotta
is
see
not
Dallas.
big like
Girl,
people
Dallas
think
probably on there.
Houston is.
Everybody know everybody.
Yeah, Houston is not as big as people think Houston is. It's not as big as people think it is.
But isn't that crazy
People know
that we got to
everybody.
be the top 10?
So
Everyone
that's the
has went
truth.
around somebody's same circle.
That's
So,
the truth.
are you guys open to interracial dating?
Of course, I have.
I haven't dated out of my race since I was
Like high school.
younger.
I did.
Okay.
Hispanic. I
Okay.
did.
I would like to.
Okay.
But again, it has to be the right person, because if you mistakenly, by accident, call me out of my name, call me something other than my name,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's going to be a problem.
It's gonna be hello 911.
Not 991, like I said. And y'all know what? I be watching Lifetime a lot.
I would like to.
Lifetime be scaring me though. You know,
Quit watching Lifetime.
from the hello from the other side. Like,
Yeah.
it be
I think but when it comes to dating, I do want to be more open and more willing. It's just that I don't know these days.
yeah, because I mean, people are weird,
Yeah,
and you just really don't have time to waste.
yeah.
That's
I
like
don't.
the biggest thing. And so, I mean, yeah.
Cause I bring more, not to toot my own horn, but I know what I bring to the table.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And I'm just not trying to bring all of this. You know what I mean?
Right. Because when
I'm really coming to the table with something.
And I'm kind of like that too, because when I have to go somewhere, I need to know I don't have to take you to the store and dress you for you to look a certain way.
Yeah.
I want to make sure you already know how to dress yourself. If we go somewhere, depending on where you can handle yourself and adapt to that environment. Yeah.
That's a major. Oh, I love that point right there, because I may joke and play, but I know how to move in all settings.
Yeah.
Right.
So when how can I
Yeah.
put this? When I like to be around high end Caucasians. I do.
heavy on the coffee.
I love to mix and mingle in certain environments, and I would like a gentleman with me that can mix and mingle in those environments too.
Exactly.
And even around family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially around my family, because I'm highly family oriented. My family crazy. I need you to understand their craziness. I really want you to come into their crazy world, act a little crazier than them. It's cool.
Yeah, because
I'm fine
my family, man, they be ranking on people.
So, yeah.
But you can't take it seriously, though.
You got to be able to handle it.
You got to be able to handle it, because some
And
of
I
these dudes can't handle it.
I don't think I've never met anyone that's like that.
And see, I'm the oldest
That I was
child.
and I've never really been in a real committed relationship. I've never had anything that lasted a year.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Mine was 5 years.
It's okay.
Yeah, by 8.
Mine was 5 years at the most.
Swear
It's
I'm in
okay.
love.
Peace
Look
of
at me.
mind.
Swear I be in love, Lord. I met my daughter. Look, it's funny. I met my daughter dad when I was 13. He was 16. And like up until we was 20, I was 23. He was 26. Just off and on that many
That's
years.
a long time.
And then I realized, boop, boop, this ain't.
Bloop, that ain't gonna work.
Yeah, that red flag went up quick.
And the balloon.
Yeah, so.
Red balloon.
But yeah.
It's all good.
And I do think about that. I'd be like, was I ever really in serious? Like, to your point, like, when you think about, like, now when I'm really in the healing process and really trying to get myself prepared for dating and to be a wife, like, was I just in a series of, like, situationships? Or, because I'm be honest, I was young. I was doing my thing. So was I in a series of situationships? Was it true committed relationships? Like, really, when you think about it, what was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think single people also, we have to be able to know who we really are and admit our own faults.
Yeah.
Because you can't try to enter in a relationship or meet somebody and you point out all the stuff they got wrong, but nothing wrong with you.
Exactly.
Narcissistic.
Like, go make sure you go heal.
You know, flashback, look at
I'm
on
trying
these
to tell you, that
faces.
mug said,
That's narcissistic. When you can't point out any of your wrong, but you got all mine listed on the paper.
Yeah.
That's normally how they do.
That's not the way. Because a relationship, even before marriage, it's supposed to be give and take.
Yeah.
And it should be 50-50. You know, it shouldn't be like I hear men complain about she want to go to someplace expensive. You could take me to McDonald's. If I want to go to McDonald's that day, I'm good with that. But you can't expect for them to take you out to expensive restaurants every time. They pay every time, and then you can't pay not one time.
Yeah,
it's not. In this day and time that we live in, it's not like when my mom and them were dating.
Right.
And my daddy foot all the bills. We, women, have to take some type of, I think, some type of responsibility when you're dating in a relationship. Because when you take those vows, that's for sickness. And for what are the vows? I don't look like I ain't gonna know. Yeah, come on, give me the vows.
I done been in enough weddings, baby. I know what they are.
Yeah, give me the vows.
I want y'all to know y'all getting married soon.
It's supposed to be both of those, rich or poor. So if he loses his job while y'all married, you should be able to take up the slack.
Yeah.
And not look at him talking about, you went look for a job today.
Because we ain't got time for that. Yeah. Okay. But look, y'all listen. This is another great topic to talk about tonight. Okay, this was really great. And look, don't forget, singles, go heal first before you try to get into a relationship. Don't bring your baggage over to the next one and the next one, so that you don't have to swipe, match, and repeat. Okay, but listen, y'all, I definitely appreciate you guys. Thank you to my co-host for rocking with me, Miss Rashonda and Miss Monique. That's your girl, Lady Kimberly Jackson, and you were and are watching Unfiltered Real Talk Beyond the Pew. And we're going to make sure we stay beyond it and not be all up under it and doing something we ain't got no business. Okay. Anyway, listen, live, laugh, love, hug somebody, love somebody. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
Peace.